Well, today on the show, my wide-ranging, candid conversation with the woman called Mama by Beyonce, Solange, and bonus daughter Kelly. And the rest of us in this world know her as Miss Tina. Talking about Tina Knowles, who has become a familiar face and name in the last few years, but it wasn't always that way. In the early days of Destiny's Child, many were aware of the role of Matthew Knowles. But with her fascinating new book called Matriarch, many are learning not only did Miss Tina give birth to Solange and Beyonce, but also gave birth, you might say, to their respective legendary careers, and that of others.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Good. I'm Candace.
Hi, Candace. Nice to meet
you.
Hi, I'm Adam. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Adam.
No massive entourage, no glam squad as Tina Knowles arrived at the Moxie Hotel in Manhattan's Lower East Side for our sit-down about her book.
I'm a storyteller from a long line of storytellers. In this process, I've learned that all the women in my family have been badass women. From way back to those women to me passing it on to my girls, it made me come into my power, the power of the matriarch.
Her best-selling book, The Matriarch, is a powerful, deeply personal, and emotional 432-page memoir that goes far beyond being the mother to superstars.
I am so excited about my memoir, Matriarch. I put my heart and soul into this book.
So is this book sort of kind of like your comeuppance coming from the shadows?
You know, not intentionally, it's just me telling the truth. And I was taught very young to be very humble, and that whatever you do, you should do from your heart and not for recognition.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing to teach your kids, but you also have to balance that with when you do something that's important, don't let somebody rewrite the history. And so the media chose, because my husband was out front, my ex-husband was very out front, and he was the manager. And for me, it didn't matter if anybody knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
I did it out of love and out of, it's just my nature. And I didn't need the accolades that came along with it. Not that I need them now, but I'm just telling the truth. I love the cover. I commissioned this art from a Lagos artist. I love the way he uses cherry blossom. And so I wanted him to just capture nothing but flowers, because flowers, they remind me of my mom, my matriarch. So it's a tribute to her. To my mother, Agnes Darion Beyonce, who taught me by example. The very best parts of me came from you. I was 4 years old and in a dream. The kind where the sequins my mama had sewn onto a Sunday dress became diamonds to be plucked and passed out to only the best friends. Or one where we discovered the Pleasure Pier amusement park on Galveston Beach was running free rides with all the 5-cent sodas we could drink. That kind of dream. And now here was my mama calling me home just as it was getting good. Very, very full. Just remembering my mom and my childhood.
You're dealing with a lot of tough stuff. So the death of your mom, Uncle Johnny's sickness and death over the years, the demise of your marriage, as well the breast cancer diagnosis. How painful was that to relive some of those moments?
Well, it was pretty painful to relive a lot of it, but and you know, if you listen to the audiobook, you will hear the emotion in my
Oh my God,
in
you're
my
tearful
voice.
when your mom.
The next thing I knew, Miss Camilla was waking me just before 5 a.m. She's gone, she said. I looked up and my mother looked so peaceful. It was painful, but that same peace filled me. And it's crazy because it's been 40-something years, but I cannot tell that story without getting emotional. It brings me right back to that day of losing her. And it's something that you never, ever forget, and it's something that you never, ever cease to feel, you know, to feel emotional or sad about.
I want to dedicate this award to my Uncle Johnny, the most fabulous gay man I've ever known and I ever knew, who helped raise me and my sister. He lived his truth. He was brave and unapologetic during a time when this country wasn't as accepting.
Did you know any other way to live than that?
No, because I had the most important person to me in my life, in my world, was my nephew Johnny. And so, you know, he was 3 or 4 years older than me. So I didn't know anything else. When I was born into a family where they respected him, and very early on, I mean, it was obvious that he was gay, but I loved it. And so I embraced that, and he was my very best friend. He was my style icon, the best gossiper, the best dressed, the funniest. He was the best. So why would I think that there was anything wrong with that?
So the dictionary describes a matriarch as a woman who is the head of a family or tribe. And that tribe part is especially significant with Miss Tina Knowles. She's not just mom to Beyonce and Solange, but a whole tribe of others, including her bonus daughter, Kelly Rowland, her grandchildren, and many others. There's something that you wrote about that I found interesting. You said being present is the most important thing sometimes in parenting.
And that just means that you are not an absent parent. You know, I never wanted to be an absent parent. I always wanted, when my kids were going through something that was hard, I wanted them to think about me being there because my mother was there for me. You have to be a listening ear and not always the voice. My mom was the voice. Hi, I'm Tina Knowles, and I'm an author. Bam. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm just trying to take it in and enjoy the moment, you know, because I know that God has got me. It's going to be all right.
You wrote about not spending more than 4 days away from Solange while you were growing up. How much time lapses now between when you speak with your kids?
I speak with my kids almost every day. I don't get to see Solange as much because she lives on the East Coast and I live on the West Coast. But when I'm here, I was with her last night. I was with her the day before yesterday. We make up for lost time.
How do you protect Blue and Rumi under this spotlight?
I think that their mother protects them.
Okay.
And that's her job. You know, I can't say that I have to be there that much to protect them because their mother is so protective, their father is so protective. So they are blessed to have parents that surround them with love, they tell them the truth, they keep them grounded, and you know, they're present.
5, 6, 7, 8.
While the world first became familiar with Kelly Rowland as a member of Destiny's Child, Miss Tina describes her in the book as her bonus daughter, a member of the Knowles clan who also lived with them at certain times. I saw that you saw Kelly on tour.
I did. I went to her. Well, her first night, it was amazing. It was great to see her up there because Kelly has, you know, is so talented, and she hadn't performed in the States in 14 years.
Yeah.
And I was so happy that I was there. We really had a great day. We prayed, and she just had a great show.
I learned so much from the book about what impact you had on her life as well.
Yeah, that's my baby.
So Beyonce is 44 years old, a mother of 3, but Miss Tina's motherly protective instincts that she writes about in her book still remain to this day. They were on display during the Cowboy Carter tour in Houston when that flying car malfunctioned.
Oh my God.
What kind of mama bear instincts came out when you saw that car dangling there in Houston?
Oh my God, I was on this platform that I stand on every night, and I was up there yelling, guys, she's in trouble. She kept talking, kept singing because she's such a professional, but the car was, I could tell that she was losing control and she just kept singing, so they just kept, you know, moving her around, and I'm like, and I'm screaming, and you know, nobody can hear me. So I ran down and I'm just pushing my way through because there are tons of people there. And by the time I got to her, they had gotten her out. And, you know, it was like we literally had to fight our way through and just push people aside because they weren't moving. They were just there videotaping.
What's the first thing you said to her?
The first thing I said to her when I saw her,
yeah.
oh my God, I just hugged her and told her that I loved her and that was so scary. And it was very scary for her because what people don't realize is that that car, when it comes to a stop, it starts tilting, and she had, the only thing that kept her upright was her strength.
I've been following and reporting on Beyonce and her Destiny's Child origin for decades, but I learned so much from the book about the role Miss Tina Knowles played behind the scenes, including, preying on and then deciding on the group's name and discovering and believing in a young girl from Illinois to join the group named Michelle. I learned so much about what role you played in the names.
Yeah.
and in telling Michelle to shave her facial hair.
Or to like sneak Michelle in because when they saw Michelle's pictures, my ex and the woman who ran his company, they were like, no, I don't think she's right. And I was like, yes, she is. And Beyonce and I knew that she was right, but we just needed to polish her up a little bit.
Miss Tina made our costumes by hand. I can still smell the glue gun. She stayed up late making sure everything was perfect and cheered us on like the proud mother she has always been.
The story behind that one is, this was when they did Independent Woman. So it was a really big budget video. And I wanted them to have designer clothes because I had been making all these homemade clothes. And the girls were wonderful, and they were like, yeah, but we still want you to style us. And they had an opportunity for Patricia Fields who was one of our idols, you know. But they said, no, we want you to style us for it. And the companies would not, some of the fashion brands would not give us the clothes sometimes. I mean, it was really hard getting clothes, and that was the first time they actually gave us clothes. But I changed everything up, which I didn't know any better. You know, you couldn't do that. You weren't supposed to do that. But I changed everything up for them to have a different style.
Too at some
I
point.
did.
Yeah.
I cut up clothes and made tops with it and did. You know, they would have been appalled if they had known that that's what I was going to do. But when the videos came out, we gave them credit for them. I saw a roadside place where they had all this army fatigue. And I just went back a couple days before and cut everything up and made these outfits. And actually Kelly's pants I took right off of Pra's body and put on her. And it became a thing.
It did.
You know? Something.
And people started dressing like
yeah,
this.
they did.
Yeah.
And I started doing like rhinestones on them and all different colors of fatigue. It was a really cool revolutionary thing for women, and it looked tough and warrior-like, so that's what we were going for.
Miss Tina writes about an innocent moment in 1999 when Beyonce first hears her single, No, 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 on the radio. It just sounded so innocent. She was like, Mama.
We're on the radio. Can you believe we're on the radio? And I was at work, you know, doing hair, and I was like, oh my God, you know, and I told the whole salon, and I was like, they're on the radio. And it was exciting.
I was curious about another seemingly innocent reaction she had in 2004. And even before I could show her my interview with Beyonce, Miss Tina vividly remembered her daughter's reaction performing with Prince at the Grammys that year.
She couldn't believe that she had just performed with Prince.
As she said.
I still can't believe it. I can't believe I was on the stage with Prince, singing in one mic with Prince. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Are there
And
moments
she
like
still
that
has that little
still?
country accent.
So I gotta ask you, first up, performing with Prince. What was that like?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe I was on the stage with Prince, singing in one mic with Prince. I mean, it's unbelievable. He is such an inspiration and so important to music and to R&B. And just, that was very much so a historical moment.
Is it still nerve-wracking?
Yeah, I can't talk about it. I just want to shake. I mean, I have to see it on TV to believe it. I can't believe it. Mm-hmm. It's just, that was amazing. And I won 5 Grammys tonight. That's amazing.
It's so easy to get confused, and it's so easy for you to get lost and just be so unhappy. And I've had moments where I just felt like it was too much, you know. It's not like I haven't been through it, but I'm always able to get back to myself because of you and because of the profound woman that you are.
It's a fascinating book. Even if you're not a Beyonce or Solange or, say, Destiny's Child fan, it's a great human story and a great gift. We'll see you next time.
We have a mic there. Yeah, we do.
Okay, have a.
Oh, we do. Okay.
It's coming.
Sorry,
Up.
it's from the
Sorry, I
sky
have
above
that.
coming up.
Okay. Okay.
Been a crazy name for you.
Okay.
We're good. So I gotta ask you. First up, performing with Prince. What was that like?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe I was on the stage with Prince, singing in one mic with Prince. I mean, it's unbelievable. He is such an inspiration and so important to music and to R&B, and just that was very much so a historical moment.
Is
for
it
me.
still nerve-wracking?
Yeah, I can't talk about it. I just want to shake. I mean, I have to see it on TV to believe it. I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, that was amazing. And I won 5 Grammys tonight. That's amazing.
An amazing year, absolutely. I mean, your CD has sold millions. You won the 5 Grammys. I mean, did you expect to have this sort of night?
No, I mean, I was so honored to perform with Prince and to perform twice. I'm not sure if that has ever happened in history of the Grammys, and they gave me that opportunity.
Did you expect?
No, I didn't. I really didn't. I didn't think about it. I was just so happy with the performance.
Yeah. Is it going to be hard going back to Destiny's Child or Gathering, after you've had such great success on your own?
It is going to be a little more challenging just because we've had time apart and we've grown so much individually. And I'm sure it's going to be hard for us to figure out the sound. And we're a lot more mature and older, but we love each other. We're friends and we respect each other and care about each other. Can't wait to get back in the studio.
Yeah.
It's a good challenge.
Yeah. And when's that going to happen?
Actually, I have a tour coming up with Missy and Alicia Keys next month. And the following month, I go in the studio with Destiny's Child. So, yeah.
Powerhouse.
Steve Powerhouse. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All
Thank
right.
you. Bye-bye.
And, Yvette.
Hi, honey.
How are you?